What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to A Different Perspective. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. So shout out to the Poor Man's Podcast. He's a fellow content creator. A couple of days ago, he posted a video. I came across it the day he posted it. He posted a couple of days ago of men versus women in sports, right? So this is going to be a very necessary video for a channel like this when we're talking about different perspectives in regards to something like this, where you have men that are playing against women in competitive sports, right? People think that it's something that should be allowed because there isn't much difference in regards to men and women being able to do some of the same things physically, some of the same physical activities. Some women think that they're just as capable as men when it comes to physical activities. But when we're introducing the whole trans community into it, then it goes into a whole nother realm or spectrum. So we're going to cover some of that stuff here today, but we're going to watch this video all the way through so that y'all can see examples of men and women going head to head, toe to toe in competition. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
In short, I'm saying pay these women. That's what I'm saying. She shouldn't go elegant about it. You need to be paid because you command the same respect. The game is just as good.
All right, so if y'all know what that was a professional WNBA basketball player, women's basketball player, right? Hence the W and WNBA. Truth be told, the money just isn't there because the audience, the people that are watching, don't turn up and turn out for women's sports in the way that they do men. This clip here says, my daughter got her first catch of her football career today.
Motion! The guy ran at 50 yards. Get him. Oh!
And she got her first tackle too, probably. Good God. I think this boy just ended her football career. Sure. Yo. All right, this look like a military or army of some sort. You got them boys just went in on that girl, man. Disrespectfully. So this clip right here says, men always say how women's soccer sucks. Now, let's see this.
Say how women's soccer sucks. Then come to the field and try it with us.
She said, then come to the field and try it with us. Watch this clip here that we're about to see. You got this one guy dominating. Them girls can't touch him. He just took the entire team. Every last girl, he took them and scored on them. This right here, 60-year-old man versus pro soccer women. 60 years old, does the exact same thing. Dominate. These girls can't touch him. He's 60 years old. This is a guy. Man versus woman. Look at them. Oof, shaking them up. And he scored. They actually had something. They did something where they had a high school soccer team, a boys team, play against a professional women's soccer team. And guess what happened? Same thing. They got destroyed. All right, we got some track action here. Let's see what's going on. And they're off. They're running. You got the guys. Look at that. Major league. Major league. Even the guys that got the baton from the girls last. This dude is jogging. These girls are running. This dude is jogging and is lapping them just about. Look at the distance. And he's just jogging. They are pushing it. They're giving it their all. And he's kind of cruising. He done picked up the speed a bit just to kind of get that timing up. And he got to get some speed in order to get his girl ahead of the curve, Kind of give them as much advantage as possible. And look, the dude, woof, got him. All of the guys are catching up. See, that's why the first dude had to run his butt off, because he knew this was going to happen. All them dudes going to pass her. She was the first one with a baton. And she's the last one to cross the line. Ladies, we're built different. We're built different.
She would ragdoll him.
All right. Check this out.
Really close on the line.
Don't know. She would ragdoll him. First of all, have you ever seen Floyd Mayweather is about this tall? Okay.
I think he's talking about Ronda Rousey, whatever her name is. He thinks that Ronda would ragdoll Floyd Mayweather.
And she would ragdoll him as soon as she put her hands on him.
Ronda Rousey, who would ragdoll Floyd Mayweather, was destroyed by a 5'7.5", 134-pound woman this weekend. Serena Williams is not beating a single man. There's not a guy in the country in the ATP Top 100 that's not beating Serena soundly.
Ain't that something? And this man right here, legend, he said it too. And people came after him for saying it. Even though Serena herself backed it. She said, oh no, the men will destroy me. She's like, I can't compete against men. But yet, because he said it, they want to try to cancel him.
Let's start with the elephant in the room.
That's right.
Why was it necessary?
I think you're referring to the fact that I said she'd be about 700 in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think, Charlie? You're a tennis guy. You like to play tennis. I
do.
see you on the tennis court.
Right.
What do you think that
He lies to help his job.
Serena Williams would be ranked if she played in the men's
I have
game?
no idea.
Well, if you had a guess.
But she seemed pretty strong to me. I mean,
Very strong. The
but-
greatest female player ever.
Okay, we can't. Nobody can prove this. Here's what.
Would you like to apologize?
No.
Apologize for what? For being honest?
But
offer.
the offer is this. Why don't you combine, just solve the problem? I'm sure the men would be all for this. The men and women play together. And then we don't have to guess.
Cool.
Facts.
Could be near 20.
Here you go right here. This is an example of that. Look at that. She didn't even budge. She saw that ball coming. She was like, nah, I'm good. Another one. Missed. Another one. Missed. You ain't fast enough. They don't got the speed or the power. He just serving it and they can't even touch it. This ain't, look. Don't be frustrated. You're playing against a man, an elite athlete. Built different. Yo, this dude over here, he already know what to expect, so he's not even trying. He's not even waiting for the serve to come back. He's just kind of like, oh, well, he gonna spike her every time. Him too. They already know. Serena's like, thank you for these W's.
Giving the ball away for just.
Yo, this man, these dudes they working up a good sweat, man. I hope they out here, keeping themselves hydrated and keeping their skin clean.
Oh, come on, John.
It's not even fun to watch. It's like, that's all the game is. It's just getting served.
No, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, everybody knew it was coming. Look at this poor girl. She was sweating up a storm. Everybody knew that was coming.
Actually, it's funny because Andy Murray, he was been joking about myself and him playing a match. And men's tennis and women's tennis are completely almost two separate sports. I'm like,
wow, she said men's tennis and women's tennis is completely two separate sports, or almost two separate sports. It's like the difference is that huge.
Like if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0 in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Completely different sport. The men are a lot faster, and they serve harder, they hit hard. It's just a different game, and I love to play women's tennis. And I don't want to be embarrassed. I would not do the tour. I wouldn't do Billie Jean any justice. So Andy, stop it.
Yeah. You hear? She says, women tennis for me all day. She was like, I wouldn't even bother when it comes to playing against men. Ladies, look, you shouldn't be upset about this. You shouldn't be upset about this. It's okay. We should not be equal. Not all people should be equal. Hell, I would get destroyed by women. By these women tennis players. And I'm perfectly okay with that. I am not in shape.
I'm not gonna let you kill me.
The enemy doesn't care. Gender you are. 21, come out here.
Number 16 stuff.
Number 16, step forward.
Interesting.
Go and glove up.
It's the first
Said the enemy does not care what gender you are. Facts.
female recruit to pick a man. Number 16, Nathaniel.
Brace up.
Fight!
Yes, instructions.
Oof. He ain't holding back. He's letting her know, hey, the enemy don't care. You gonna take these hands as if you a man.
That's what you do, you fight.
Brace up. Fight! Go, keep fighting. Till I say
Oh, whoo. Tearing her up. Oh, dang. You got one boy wrestling two girls. And they are struggling. And he look like he's chilling. He is chilling.
I might get already. Laura's trying to look at her face. She's trying to kill this dude. There's a Kimura.
You would have thought they had him for a second, but look, he free.
Let Laura have the tank.
Look, he about to stand up. He gonna carry them girls on his back. Wow. Imagine if it was just one girl. They wouldn't stand a chance. Now we've seen in school, middle school, maybe high school, where a girl could do very well wrestling against guys, but it comes to an end. Usually she meets her match. Oof, oof. Tapped her. Now he about to get her. Oh. Tapped them both out, boy.
I hope they taught you how to knock down doors. In you go.
Oh no!
As high as you can. As high as you can.
Oh, she barely pushing on that thing. She's like a little weakling.
Come on, Jen.
And it flips over.
Big run as fast as you can. And high.
Imagine
Fast as you can.
while Jane here attempts to rescue you. Right, exactly. Imagine if she was a firefighter, a female firefighter, and she needed to do this job. And you had to wait on her to rescue you. You might burn in there. You might burn in there. Dang, she didn't even get to save you, bro. Now let's get a guy in there, see what happens.
A man with no firefighter training has no trouble with the same task.
It's no trouble. First try. No firefighter training at all.
A woman can actually fail the physical component of the fireman test and still become a firewoman to meet female quotas.
Oh wow. So he said a woman can fail the physical aspect of the firefighter test and still become a firefighter. Wow.
Made exactly the same as firemen, but more physically able and better suited to the job.
I made this video to demonstrate that men and women are not the same. We are equal, but we are not the same. 2 + 2 is 4. 3 + 1 can also equal 4, meaning we can be equal without being the same. Not only are we different
Facts. Exactly. We can be equal without being the same.
physically, as demonstrated in this video, we are also different hormonally. We have different strengths and weaknesses that complement each other in the balance of life. There cannot be light without darkness. There's always a balance of life.
Exactly. It's a balance. We have our respected roles for a reason, and they shouldn't be looked over.
And the balance between men and women is true. Anytime in history when authoritarian groups try to take over, the first thing they take is your freedom of speech. Why? Because when you are not allowed to speak freely, you are not allowed to criticize their crazy ideas.
Exactly. That's why it's so important for us to have the conversations that we have.
Don't let anybody bully you into telling a lie. There's nothing virtuous about lying to people just to make them feel better. It takes courage in 2021 to stand up and tell the truth.
Yep.
And it is important for regular, average Americans to continue to tell the truth before it's lost. If we do not continue to think for ourselves, somebody else will think for us. If
Precisely.
people say that they are offended by your words, you cannot control how they feel. You
That's
can
it.
only control your own intentions when you tell the truth.
You know, y'all have heard me say it many times before.
So continue to tell the truth and continue to be courageous.
Like the man said, it's not beneficial for us to sit here and lie about certain things just to appease the emotions or feelings of others or ourselves. It's best to be honest, even if it hurts or even if it makes us feel a bit uncomfortable. It doesn't matter. The honesty always wins in the end. But anyway, y'all know what time it is. Like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, you can check out the Poor Man Podcast. Link down in the description box below if you haven't already. Make sure you follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. See you.